Welcome back, everyone. I'm really excited about having my next guest on, who is Doris Milton, and she is a PhD in RN. And you must tell everybody a little bit about yourself. You are the owner, the founder of Healthcare Career Growth. You've got to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do. Listen up.
Yeah, well, I've been in nursing and healthcare, Carol, for about more than 50 years, and I'm going to leave it at more than 50 years for right now. And I've had a dream career. I've been able to do so many different things in nursing and healthcare. I've been in direct care. I've been in universities. I've traveled the world speaking and writing and doing a whole bunch of just creating my own positions. I've been employed, self-employed. And I guess the reason I love coming here is that I deal with a lot of healthcare professionals who are not necessarily totally dissatisfied with what they're doing, but they're not really satisfied. They're not living their dream. They talk every once in a while about, oh, I wish I could do this, or I wish I could do that, or I'd really like to do this. And I'm constantly saying to them, if there were no limitations, what is it you'd want to do? Because if they could do that, they would be able to contribute more. Like, there are many people I deal with, they could be solving more complex problems than they are. They just don't see themselves as being able to do that. And one of the struggles I think that I see them going through is they don't have a plan. It's sort of like hope is not a career strategy, is what I very often tell people, is that just hoping a good opportunity comes along is not sufficient. You sort of have to be prepared, even if that does happen.
Sure.
Yeah, so I love working with them and finding out what their dream is. And I've helped so many people over the years do it. I have a system for doing it. It's a 7-step system. And so I like helping them get started on it and moving forward on it. So, like, they've worked all day long, and now they have the laundry and groceries and, all the routine things we all have to do when we get home from work. And they don't have the energy or the time at that point to think about, if I have 15 minutes, how could I be using that wisely rather than spinning my wheels? A lot of them are working on important projects, really urgent activities, but if I say to them, what do you want to be doing 3 years from now or 5 years from now? What they're doing right now is not helping them get to that place. And I love sort of backing into it. What are the results you want? Where do you want to be 3 years or 5 years from now? And what are the specific things you need to do in order to get there? And a lot of people just go from day to day, and they don't stop and think about, what do I want to be doing 3 years from now or 5 years from now? It's just get me through the week. We were talking about that,
Well, we talked about that before, that it's not just healthcare professionals that do that, but you specialize in that field.
Yeah, I'm sure the same principles would hold for a lot of people. It's just I specialize in people who are in healthcare, physicians, dentists, chiropractors, physical therapists, nurse practitioners, because those are the people I know. I know what they need to do. The principles would hold the same. For example, one of the other steps I take people through is, like, what are the qualifications that you need for what it is that you say you want to do? So if it's an ideal position that you want 3 or 5 years from now, one of the things professionals very often have to do is to create and get published an article in a professional journal, and they really don't know where to begin. I don't remember any time when I was in all of my education where there was even a short course on, here's how you write an article. They don't even know how to get started. So, like, I'm working on it. I'm almost finished it now, developing an online course module on exactly the steps of how to do it. So that people can get started, because they really do need to be doing those things. But the specific journals are important. The idea that they work on for the article is important. There are so many steps to it, but nobody's born knowing how to do that. So I like to take them through the steps. So if you do this in order, you'll have an article that you can submit for publication.
Now, your website is healthcarecareergrowth.com. You can check her out. Now, you're going to also offer everybody a complimentary career strategy session,
Yes.
which is awesome. That's a 30-minute session, and that's free. You're also going to get the tips.
Yes, I've developed until the course is ready, I developed a tip sheet for people who want to get started writing an article to publish in a professional journal that I'd be glad to if they call me or email me or contacted me.
Let me just tell you something about that, because I know you're talking about healthcare professionals, but I know this is for anyone, and I have to say this, okay? Because right now, if you want to grow your business, it's another way. There's a lot of magazines out there that take articles, and it gets you a way of being out there, and you pay for it to do it, but it actually will grow your business. It makes you, some people have to do it for other reasons, but there's a lot of people that should be doing it for other reasons.
Yeah, it's really good visibility, and it's a great way to demonstrate your expertise. And I find it really helps people themselves because they don't really realize how much they know that can help other people solve problems. They really don't have a clue.
Well, I want to give out the information because what we're going to do is we're going to let everybody have that, okay?
We sure
So
can.
our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. And I'm going to say whether you're on that, just whether you're a career in a healthcare career or not, because those tips can help anyone in many different ways. But of course, she does specialize in the healthcare field. So you can call her direct. Her phone number is 602-944-3292. You can also call us here at 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. I'm going to get you connected with her so that you guys can get this. It's really neat. I should have one.
Right.
I really should. And again, you're also going to get the complimentary career strategy session, and that's a 30-minute one as well. 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Let's talk about your system, because it's a 7-step system that you created.
Right. And I start out with what I said of them having to identify what do they really want as their dream career. We think too much in terms of limitations of I really love to do that, but I can't. But once they have that, then there's several steps that we go through to get them prepared to have that dream career. Yeah. So one of them, like I said, is identifying what qualifications they're going to need 3 or 5 years from now, because a lot of people are in positions now that they won't be qualified for in 3 or 5 years. So even some of my clients are people who want to make sure that they're still eligible to be in the positions that they're in now 5 years from now, because the qualifications keep on changing.
It sounds to me that working with you is almost like an insurance policy.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
It really
Yes.
does, because it's, you can't just be going along in your work and all of a sudden something happens and then boom, you don't know what you're doing. And it can happen to anybody, but when you're in the healthcare career, if you have that, I think sometimes they feel safe.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It is. And I think that one of the things that's exceptionally important is that people think just because they have a job right now that they're going to have it forever. And organizations change, disciplines change. Healthcare is changing every day. So even some of the positions I've had to create and write my own job description because it didn't exist before then.
We only have a couple of minutes, if you can believe that. So what's the first step that they should take? The first step.
The first step is to be in touch with me.
That's a good
Yes, so that I can take them through the steps. There is no obligation. If I talk to people and I do not identify, or they don't, that we're a good fit, then I'm the best person to help them. That's fine.
When do you think that these online courses
will
that you're
be
going to...
very soon.
Very soon.
I'm almost finished. So I have one that's going to take people through these 7 steps, and then another one that's going to help them them create an article for publication.
Tell them about the tips again. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I
Go
have
ahead.
a whole handout for people that have tips if they want to get started creating an article for professional publication.
And everybody is going to get it by just calling in here.
Just
And
by calling.
you do not have to be in the healthcare field for that one as well.
Right. It's geared towards people in the healthcare field, but it was certainly anything
It would work
would
for
be
anybody.
helpful for anybody. The other thing is I'm developing and looking for people who want to be part of the beta group when I run the course for the first time. So the cost will be much less because I'll be looking to them for feedback. So if anybody is interested in doing that, they could call in and let us know that as well.
Call in here at 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Check her out. It's healthcarecareergrowth.com.